Hey guys, this is Mrs. Hubbard again. I just wanted to go over this water quality lab. And I made a few adjustments today on my Canvas page. So if you go to Canvas, and this is what y'all should see. This is my student view of Canvas. You should see this giant worded thing here. It says water quality help. Click me. Click it, guys. Click it. So you're going to click on this water quality data sharing. Basically, this little page is for you to see that the formal lab is due March 20th. Also, I wanted to create some comparison charts. So basically what I want you to do for this formal lab is to have your data, your stuff, all of that like normal, but also take, let's say I am 4th period, and take all of somebody else's data to compare if I want my data to be like lake water, or if I want my distilled water to be compared to, where's another one? River water. You get to choose on which one you want to compare your data to. This is where you get to free range and choose. So your period should have its own link with its own data chart. I have this data table. This is the format I want it from. This is just like in your lab manual that you got in class, which I'll show you where you can find that again. The site name is where it was. Was it the school water? Was it the bottled water? Was it lake or river? You write what your water was. You will find you'll put in the results, the key value, the subtotal, and then in the score you'll put all that added subtotal, and it'll tell you what to do. And the rating is in the lab manual as well. It has, if it's poor, good, very poor, it'll tell you in the lab manual, which I'll show you in just a second. So here's this. I need one data table from each group to put in this little Google sheet that I have. I already see a bunch of them. That's good. Very good. So let's move on a little bit. I have this page. It tells you what I just said. And here is the lab report manual, aka the beast. I like to call it the beast because there's so many parts to it. So if you go to the lab manual, it will tell you how to do the WQI calculations and what the index rating is. It'll tell you what your range would be to put into that chart that you just had showing. So here we go. I wanted to go over something. I'm going to go, nope, I need to go to files. I am going to re-download this formal lab report, and I want to show y'all what I want you to do with it. I like this very big font. I love it. I'm just saying. So like normal, you're going to put your runner header here. You're going to put, you can cancel this out once you're done. You're going to put your lab title here. For me, I'm going to put the beast, because I thought it's funny. Or water quality. And then I'm going to say my name is Jane Doe. And then you'll put the date of what it was. I think it was like what date was that? Hold on, pausing. Okay, I'm back. It was March 1st, 2018. And again, your runner header is going to be is the title, which I'm going to put the beast. The beast. Okay. So we got that going. Again, 12-point font. What I want to add in this formal lab report is I want you to be more cautious about your abstract. Remember, your abstract should be like a guiding view of your lab report. Most people read the abstract of any formal lab or any lab that is going on, like that people get paid the big bucks. They read the abstract first to see if they even want to read the 10, 20 pages that go after it. And so instead of wasting all that time, they read the abstract to see if it's even worth their time to read more of it. So make sure this area is just a very clear, concise, and complete summary, but also make it a little bit intriguing to read, to look forward to reading more of your lab report. And the best way I can put it is I went to a training and the person goes, I don't want to read your lab report. I don't want to read your stuff unless it engages me in the abstract. So make it engaging, and I want y'all to put it on this first page to get a better idea what it is. I didn't explain it that great last formal lab report because I wanted y'all to focus on the outline. This time I want you to focus on becoming a little bit more technical with your writing. And then we're going to go down to the introduction. The introduction, this is going to be like an extension of your abstract. It's going to be more in depth. You're not going to use any of these we's or I's. This is very technical. You're going to say the lab report was this, the members of the group this. You're going to write background information. So guess what background information you will have to find? The background information is all in this water quality lab manual here. There is plenty of information you can bring into your introduction. I'm not saying to write all of it. I'm saying to get use it to help you write your formal lab. Make it interesting. State some of your experiments results. You don't have to state all of them. You can state some that will catch the person's eye. And a brief explanation of the conclusion of the experiment. So the next part is the procedure and the methods. In this area, I want you to write all 6 procedures. I said that right. All 6. All 6. Again, all 6 of them. What I want you to do is I want you to create little sections of each. So the one test was, I don't want that bold, pH test. P on the pH is always lowercase, just an FYI. I'm not being lazy with my writing. I want you to do like pH test and then go 1. You will say something. I'm just typing. 2, step 2 was this. Step 3 was this. Step 4 was this. And then the next test was what? Turbidity. Can't spell today. And you're going to do the same thing. Step 1 was this. Step 2 was this. Step 3 was this. And you're going to keep on going down for all 6 tests. With each test, I want you to make sure you have key points of what was used in that test. If you want, actually no wanting. I want for each pH test or for each test, I want you to put materials used. So before all the 1, 2, 3, 4 steps, I want you to put a little thing about materials. What materials did you use? We used a pH reader. We used a pH tube and a wide range indicator. Those were 3 things that we used whenever we did it. And also, no, that's good. So all 6 tests must have the steps, actual words, people, not whatever I just wrote here. All the steps that go with it and the materials that you used for each test. Since there were 6 tests, you're going to have 6 different materials used. FYI, you can find a lot of the instructions in this lab manual that you have here. The only ones that you wouldn't find is the pH was a little different, the phosphate was different, and the nitrate was different, which I can post those onto that Canvas page for us later. I can post it on this later for you after this video. Okay, so data collection and analysis. This is where it gets a little interesting. You're going to be doing the same thing as last lab report with the formal lab, putting figure 1, figure 2, figure 3. But this time you're going to be putting your own and somebody else's that you chose. So for this example, I'm going to say that this one is mine. Pretend that it is written out and everything's good. I have all my data, I have my score. And I'm going to put it in my formal lab. I can erase that now. I don't want that. So let's say this is me. This is mine. My score was, I don't know, I'm going to pick, my favorite number is 19, so I'm going to pick it's 19. But pretend it's an actual calculations, it's not a number I just picked off the top of my head. And let's say my rating would have been pretty bad, wouldn't it? If I had 19, yeah, I'd be very poor. So we're going to say very poor. This is mine, this is all my numbers. I'm going to put in random numbers everywhere. Whatever I calculated during this beast of a lab. And then I am going to pick somebody's other lab data. So, ooh, I saw colors. Hello, colors. This is the one I picked because colors caught my eye. Thank you, Coons, Josh, Jacob, Adriani, Alex, and Kyle. Okay, so I'm going to post theirs in my formal lab. This one, remember, choosing the other group's data is up to you. You can choose if you want to go with the same water quality, like let's say I had lake water and they had lake water, so I wanted to test if our data would be the same. Or you can say I have lake water, I wanted to compare it to the school's water to see if the lake water is even better than the school water. It's up to you on what you wanted to do. So here is my formal lab. Remember I want you to put like figure 1, figure 2, and then I want y'all at the end, why is it being funky? Okay, there we go. Figure 1, and talk briefly about the data table. I want you to write in very simple terms what the results were. Act like I don't know what this whole chart is. I'm very clueless. Act like I have no idea what this even means. So I want y'all to write down what figure 1 was. And then write down about figure 2. I know figure 2 isn't yours, but you still need to talk briefly about what those results are. Then